What's good, R&B Squad? This is Heart of Ruth. I trust that this message meets you guys in good spirits. If the Lord has recently led you to this channel, welcome. We're happy to have you, and Jesus is, of course, always happier. So I have a word for someone. The Lord made me sit with him for quite a bit to show me what you have been going through, for whomever this word is for. And to help me understand what you're going through, he sent me to Psalm 88. Particularly the Amplified Bible version of Psalm 88. So I'm going to put that in the link in the description box. And for whoever you are, there's a song called Up Against the Wind. And I'm going to see if I can find that and put the lyrics in the description box as well. But basically the song is about someone who feels as though the odds have always been against them in this life. The odds have always been stacked against them. So I'm going to read Psalm 88, the Amplified Bible version. And for whoever you are, this is how the Lord let me know about what you're going through. He used this psalm to let me know how you feel, okay? And you're going to know this is for you as you listen to it. O Lord, the God of my salvation, I have cried out for help by day and in the night before you. Let my prayer come before you and enter into your presence. Incline your ear to my cry. For my soul is full of troubles and my life draws near the grave. I am counted among those who go down to the pit. I am like a man who has no strength, a mere shadow. Cast away from the living and abandoned among the dead, like the slain who lie in a nameless grave, whom you no longer remember, and they are cut off from your hand. You have laid me in the lowest pit, in dark places in the depths. Your wrath has rested heavily upon me, and you have afflicted me with all your waves. You have put my friends far from me. You have made me an object of loathing to them. I am shut up, and I cannot go out. My eye grows dim with sorrow. O Lord, I have called on you every day. I have spread out my hands to you. Will you perform wonders for the dead? Shall the departed spirits arise and praise you? Will your loving kindness be declared in the grave, or your faithfulness in Abaddon, the underworld? Will your wonders be known in the darkness, and your righteousness in the land of forgetfulness, where the dead forget and are forgotten? But I have cried out to you, O Lord, for help, and in the morning my prayer will come to you. O Lord, why do you reject me? Why do you hide your face from me? I was afflicted and close to death from my youth on. I suffer your terrors. I am overcome. Your fierce wrath has swept over me. Your terrors have destroyed me. They have surrounded me like floodwaters all the day long. They have completely encompassed me. Lover and friend you have placed far from me. My familiar friends are in darkness. So this psalm is basically someone crying out to God because they feel as though the odds have always been stacked against them. I'm hearing as well someone who has been in and out of the hospital during their childhood. You suffered from a childhood illness that made you have to be in the hospital often. Okay? So you've always felt as though you were up against the wind. Like the odds were always stacked against you. You've never been able to catch a break. You've never been able to catch a break. That's how you felt your entire life. And if it wasn't one thing, it was the other. And I'm hearing the word faithful in my spirit as well. Because even though you felt many times as though the Lord had turned his back on you, like he'd abandoned you, your cry has been the cry of Job. Though he slay me, yet will I trust him. You have been faithful to God in spite of every trial and tribulation that you've been through from childhood until now. And there has been a lot. You've been through a lot. But you're at this point in your life now where it is just too much. It is just too much. And even though you may not be physically dying, you do feel like you're dying inside. You feel like you're dying inside. You feel like there's everything in your life is just dead. There is no movement. There's nothing going on anywhere. You can't get from point A to point B. But let me tell you something. The Lord sent me to tell you today that He's taking you out of that. That He is bringing you out of it. He took me to Psalm 52, verse 8. But as for me, I am like a green olive tree in the house of God. I trust in the loving kindness of God forever and ever. And I also heard the words happiness and joy. The Lord is going to turn your mourning into dancing. This is going to be really hard for you to believe because all your life you've never been able to catch a break. Since you were a kid, you've never been able to catch a break. So it's hard for you to believe now that anything is going to be different. The Lord is saying that because you have been faithful in your time of trial, that He is going to deliver you now permanently. Permanently. And I feel the urge to stress that permanently from the things that have afflicted you. I hope that this word bless someone. I love you guys. I will be back with another word as soon as the Lord releases me. Take care.